So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the two reasons why you are not getting traction in your real estate wholesaling business. Now, my name is Todd Toback, and I've wholesaled a little bit more than 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were locked up by somebody on my team and not by me personally. And I'd like to teach you how to transform yourself from real estate hustler to real estate business owner so that you can own an asset that throws off cash month after month after month without your personal day-to-day involvement. So if you have not been to my website, head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com. I've got an assessment there for you that you've got to take. It's going to have you rate yourself in the 4 core areas of your real estate wholesaling business. That's marketing, acquisition, disposition, and cash flow accounting. Okay, it's going to give you a score, and it's going to tell you exactly where you're at, right? So that you can then draw a roadmap and know what you need to work on exactly, so that you can then begin to extract yourself out of your business and have this amazing thing throw off cash month after month after month without your involvement. So head on over to nextlevelwholesaling.com and download it as soon as you're done watching this video. So what are these two things why you're not getting traction? Well, the first is that you may be working really, really, really hard. You feel like you get up in the morning and you feel like you work all day. And you're hustling and you're sending out marketing and you're talking to sellers and you're trying to get back to people and you're trying to follow up and you're talking to the title company and you're talking to your cash buyers and running around taking pictures, and you just feel like you can't do anymore, right? You're running at both ends, burn the candles at both ends, and you're like, I don't know what to do, right? Well, if that's the case, guess what? You're doing the wrong work. That's right, the wrong work, right? To get something that you've never gotten, you've got to do something that you've never done. There's got to be a behavior change. So I remember when I was real estate hustling, right? I'd go through this crazy cycle where I'd do a deal and I'd be excited and then I'd be running around, you know, at the title company, everything I just talked about, right? And there's anxiety and pain and scarcity and exhaustion. And you know, then at the last second, I'd send out marketing and I start this cycle all over again. And my cash flow stunk and I didn't feel like I owned a business and I hated my life and my wife hated me. Hopefully she's not watching this, or she might say, yes, I agree. And I realized that I had to make a behavior change. Okay, a behavior change. And so I started doing things that I had never done before, even though I wasn't ready. Okay, so for me, I've talked about this in a lot of other videos. Instead of talking to motivated sellers and doing deals, I had to work on becoming a leader and hiring someone and bringing that person into my business. It was a behavior change, how to work on new activities, become a new person, and start a new trajectory. Okay, that was a transformation of, I said, you know what? The activities that I need to do are now different. And you might say, Todd, I like to meet with motivated sellers, or I like to go to my title company. Guess what? If you want to grow, you can't be that guy anymore, or gal, right? That's the old you. Now, if you want to stay the old you and hustle and do the same things and you want your money and your bank account and your status and your life and your happiness to stay the same, well then by all means, right? Keep doing the same thing. But if you want to transform, if you want to get what you've never got, you now have to say, I need to do new activities. Now for me, I took that jump before I was ready. Everything great in my life, I've taken that jump before I was ready. So I encourage you, I implore you, I want to inspire you to make that jump before you're ready. Yes, it's scary, okay? But guess what? You're a lion. And lion they do crazy stuff. Okay, the king of the jungle, and that's you. All right, here's the second thing. The second thing is maybe you do know what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe you know that you're supposed to make that hire. Maybe you know that you need to hire that virtual assistant or an administrative assistant or someone to handle your marketing, right? Maybe you know that, right? But you are not doing the work, right? You're scared of the pain, right? I've also been there. where you didn't want to hire someone, you didn't want to train somebody. But I tell you what, at every single point in business, you're like, Todd, I want to just get to the point where I'm making $20 million, right? And I don't have to deal with any of this stuff. Well, eventually you're going to have to hire a manager who's going to hire the manager, and there is pain involved. I guarantee you, Richard Branson, at any point, there had to be a pain point in which he had to do the work, right? If you want to get in amazing shape, you've got to do the work. If you want to hire employees, you've got to interview. You've got to write down your expectations. You've got to make it happen. And that, guess what? It's work. It's not crazy work. You just got to be consistent. And you know what? When you're willing to do what other people won't, okay, and that is the beauty, is that 99% of your competition, of your cohorts, of people in your space, they're not willing to do this. If you step on the path of mastery, guess what? Prepare to step out alone. So, here's my message for today's video. Number one, if you're doing the work, if you're putting in the work, it's time to make a shift and do the right work. You don't need to hustle. You just got to do the right things, leverage yourself, become a leader, and you're going to see your business expand. Now, if you're doing some of those things, or you know what you're supposed to be doing and you're not, just put in the work. Take a chance. Make it happen. And you know what? That's where all expansion happens. So, hope you enjoyed today's message. Do me a favor. Let me know in the comments below where you haven't been putting in the work, or where you've been doing the wrong activities. Again, let me know in the comments where you haven't been doing the work, or you've been doing the wrong activities. And make sure, if you're watching these videos and you have not downloaded that assessment, go to nextlevelwholesaling.com. It's going to really give you an eye-opening experience, and I'll let you know maybe where you're doing the wrong work, or maybe you're not doing enough. So nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessments, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Bye.